Hi everyone, welcome back to Tea and Vibes.
Yay!
We're back with me, Sandra,
I'm Aurel.
I'm Vito.
and in this episode, we're going to talk about we get the job now. Is that it? So before we start our podcast for this week, maybe we want to be more on brand, this
Yeah.
week. So we have actual tea and bites. So for myself,
Yay.
I got myself a little lemon tea, and I got myself a little tortilla chips.
Ooh, nice.
What about you guys? What do you guys have?
For our bites, we're having cereal because it's morning, and I mean, like, I love to snack on cereal, so so it's just a simple chocolate, high protein cereal,
Yes.
healthy.
Nice.
And for the drinks, we're having mint tea because we're having a little bit of a sore throat right now, but we move.
It's getting cold.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
this is
And
very
it's getting hot
refreshing.
here.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah, I have an iced tea in here.
Ooh,
It's so
nice.
hot.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so as you guys remembered, we did some challenges last week.
Yes.
So we can do a little recap on the challenges. Aurel, do you want to start on your walk?
Yes.
How do you go?
For me, I took a 10-minute walk every single day. It was a bit
How did it go?
challenging because these days I don't really go out to walk much. So I went out on a walk like usually every morning, like after I shower, get ready. And I think it's very nice. I feel very productive after the walk. And it's just more effective and productive to do my work and job hunting. So it was really fun.
That's
Nice.
good. How about you,
How about
Fit?
you?
How about you and your water?
Yeah. So my challenge was to drink 2 liters of water. And to be honest, the most difference that I noticed is that I just go to the toilet more pretty much. I don't really feel like there's much positive impact. I mean, like, obviously I feel more refreshed and hydrated, which is always good. But pretty much, just going to the toilet more. But it's pretty nice.
You don't feel like clearer mind or anything like that, no?
I've always drink a lot of water every single day, so
That's fair.
but I've never really quantified it for like 2 liters. So now, yeah.
Just
What
to
about
Do you think
you?
you drink more, or do you think you drink like approximately the same amount of water anyways?
I think a bit more. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's why you pee a lot more, yeah?
Yes.
How about you?
Alright. Yeah, for me, I did my 10 minutes meditation every morning. To be honest, it's been really good. It's really making me feel grounded, and it's just a good way to start the day, obviously, because, like, usually I would, wake up and, like, be in a rush to, like, fit my puppy to go shower and this and that. But this past week, I've been like, you know what, I wake up, turn off my alarm, and just do meditation first instead of like going through my phone first. So that's really good. That's really, I guess, like I said, like it's giving a good start of the day.
Oh, that's really
No.
nice.
Yeah. What kind of
to, like,
meditation
set-
did you do?
So actually, I did like a 1 week meditation retreat at one point. I think it was like 2 years
Ooh.
ago, something like that. And in that meditation, basically, like we literally on that 1 week, we can't talk to anyone, we can't use our phones, like it's a silent retreat.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing that you do is like meditate, sleep, eat. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But anyways, in that meditation retreat, like the meditation that we were taught, it like basically you literally are just focusing on your breath. Like you're not trying to
Ooh.
force your breath to be like slower or quicker or anything like that. You're literally just observing your breath.
Yeah.
And like with every breath, it's like basically you're saying like you're hoping that all beings in this world are happy.
Oh wow.
So it's like bringing that like positive energy into the world.
Yes.
And it's like you're thinking, like at first you're thinking like your whole body while you're saying it, and then the next step it's like you're thinking about the people that you love, and then the next step is like you're thinking of people that you know. Like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger up until like you're thinking about the whole planet Earth basically. So that's just how I do it, and it's really nice.
That's
it's
really
more
nice.
about mindfulness. Yeah, it's more about mindfulness rather than like like maybe having a mantra or having like a
affirmations,
like an affirmation or anything like that. It's more about like mindfulness and being in that present moment.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that's always nice. Like sometimes with the how fast paced this world is, you have to remind yourself to be present like now. Like you have to be grateful to like of where you are right now. Like don't think too much about the future, the past, like
exactly
right now.
Literally just be in the moment.
Yes, exactly.
That's it. I feel like we all really need it, especially now with social media and everything. Like
yes.
You have like 1,000 thoughts in a second. So it's really good to just be in the moment. And actually, I know it's a bit like, oh my god, this is not what we're supposed to be talking about. But I'm just wanting to say, like, even when you're doing the dishes, doing the laundry, having a shower, it's good to just like stay in the present.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Think about what you're doing, not like, oh, what should I cook after this? What should I do in the weekend? Like just be in that moment, in the present.
Yes.
Like notice the bubbles, notice how clean your plates are right now. That's always good.
Yes, of course. Just like focus on the present and like where you are right now.
Exactly.
It's always important.
Alrighty, so if you guys didn't know, we always record our podcast on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to also talk about our recap of the week.
Yes.
Because as you guys know, this podcast is also recording Vito's working journey, which is in his third week now.
Yeah.
And also recording Aurel's job hunting progress. So who wanna go first? How's your week, guys?
Well, I can go first. Yeah. So, as Sandra mentioned, it's my third week in my new job. So, it's been pretty nice actually. Like I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm getting into the routine more. Now I understand like because I'm moving into a new role, so I'm getting into like what I have to do every single day, understanding more and more about the company, about my role. So that's pretty nice. And there's a couple new people starting this week, so it's pretty also great like getting to know them as well.
So you're not the newbie anymore.
Yeah, I'm not the newbie anymore. Yeah, so this past week I've also been like teaching these new starters as well, which honestly is always nice, but might be a little mentally draining as well because you have to teach someone from the start, like every single thing from the start. So it's a bit mentally draining in that sense, but I'm grateful. I'm learning a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, that work side of my life has been great. The non-work side of my life, I'm just like trying to have fun. We've been watching a lot of series. Scandal is pretty nice. Like we're so invested in it. So
wait, isn't that like a very old series?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, we started last week.
I remember watched that when I was like in elementary school or something, or like junior high school.
Yeah, I think it was like a junior high school show.
Yeah.
But it's so good. It's so good.
It's a fun rewatch.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean,
yeah, so that's pretty much it. What about you?
How about you, Aurel?
For me, of course, you guys know I'm doing job hunting these days. So, yeah, this week I've been putting a target to at least apply to 2-3 applications like each day. And thankfully I've been yeah, I've been doing that constantly, like every day, which is good. I didn't stop a single day.
Nice.
And I've
That's
also been
good.
studying for my CFA. It's like a financial certification, useful for jobs later as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just keeping myself busy, keeping myself productive, you know.
Yeah,
That's fun.
that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah. How about you, Chi? How's your week?
For me, how's my week? My week has been pretty good actually. So on Sunday, which is like my first day of, my 10 minutes meditation, after my meditation, I was like, you know what? I feel a bit stuck. I wanna change something about me. So that day I made a vision board, which
Ooh.
obviously I already know how I want my life to be. But
Yeah.
it's like I
Yeah.
never really put it into an actual vision board.
Yes.
So I literally took some pictures of Pinterest and Google, and I made my own like collage thing using Canva, and
Yeah.
I literally put that as my lock screen. And I'm not
Ooh.
even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I'm like already starting to manifest it because literally,
Nice.
so like one of my one of the things in my vision board is that I want to look presentable and nice every day for work. Which, to be honest, my workplace is like, as long as you dress like politely and appropriately, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Mm.
So I usually use like t-shirts and jeans to work.
Yes.
But like this week, I've been like, you know what? No, I want to put makeup on every morning. I want to actually dress up for work because I want to show up for myself. I want to start the day really good, really nice, and like really positive. And it's
Yeah.
been working really well for me. And I've been feeling more energized and I feel more positive, especially at work. And so that's one of my vision board, which, to be fair, yes, it comes true because I made it happen. But the second one is that I want to be able to work from home more. And I'm not
Oh.
even
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding you guys. On Wednesday, literally basically like my company says that they're now implementing work from home twice a week. And I'm like,
Ooh.
Wow.
that's happening really quick. So I'm
Yeah.
just saying, look, make your vision board. That thing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
Especially when you
Yeah.
put it in your lock screen, like you see it every single day. It's like you're manifesting
Yeah.
it to happen to you.
exactly, it's like your whole body is literally working through it. Working
Yes.
for
Yeah.
it.
And it's in the top of
So-
your mind, and like you're working towards that. Like you see it every single time you
Yeah.
open your phone.
Exactly, and it's like
Yeah.
every time you open your phone, you're reminding yourself on what you're working towards,
Yeah.
what you're working
Yeah.
for. Alrighty, let's start our first segment, which is working across borders. So, as we previously touched on a little bit, obviously Aureli has a lot of, working experiences in different countries like Indonesia, Singapore, Switzerland, and Vito also has an experience in the UK, and I myself has experience in Indonesia and also Australia. Maybe we can elaborate more on, what were those experiences like.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to start first, Aurel?
Yeah, okay. For me, I've experienced working. The first time I did my internship was in Yogyakarta, which
Ooh.
is Sandra's hometown in
My
Indonesia.
hometown.
Yeah, I work in a hotel. And for my second internship, I did it again in Indonesia, but this time in my hometown, in Jakarta. Also in a hotel for operational internship. And then I did my third internship in Singapore, but this time it's on a luxury brand, so it's more administrative, more corporate, for a marketing department. And the recent one that I did was back home in Jakarta, and that one is a more corporate job. Yeah, I had an experience working in a bank, so yeah. Experience wise, in terms of job searching during those times, it was a bit difficult in terms of, because at the time the condition was during COVID, so obviously it's not easy to find a job because not a lot of company open jobs for new like people to come in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit hard. But then again, it's one thing that I learned from that COVID times is that networking is very useful. So throughout those times, I reach out to different networks, connections to get like an internship. I mean, yeah, it's a good thing. And for my other work in Singapore, it's the same thing. I applied for different types of jobs everywhere in the world, and one thing led to another, and I got accepted to work in Singapore, which is fun. Like I always wanted to experience working in Singapore as well. So yeah, it was fun. And experience wise, I definitely learned a lot from those different places, and there's always new experience that I can learn from different internships, different works. Even though it's the same, some of them are the same department and the same type of establishment. But yeah, it was really fun. How about you?
Just wanna poke a little bit. So when Aurel was working in Singapore, I happened to be in Singapore as well for
Oh
for
yeah,
quite a
yeah,
while.
yeah, yeah.
So it was fun. We would literally meet up during her lunch breaks and stuff. It was really fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fun times,
Sorry.
fun times.
Yeah, fun times. Go on, Fit.
Well, for me, I've only ever worked in the UK, so I don't really have that much of a comparison other than probably what my friends say, what you guys say about working in another place. But for me specifically, working in the UK has been really nice. I've worked like a few different jobs, like part times, internships, and also currently like my new job. And I feel like for the applications process, because I mostly apply to jobs in the food department, so it's kind of like it's not that easy in the way that like there's a lot of people coming from the same background, so like we're basically all the same people applying for the same job. Like I don't know, like I feel like almost every person I meet doing the same degree as me, we are quite similar. Like we love food, we love cooking, we are passionate about it, and we're quite knowledgeable as well in terms of like the technical side, like chemistry, biology as well. So I feel like it's hard because we're all very competitive with each other, and we're like basically the same people, different fonts. So I feel like what I learned the most about it is to be more of yourself, like show more of yourself, because obviously like these experiences, you have like similar experiences with everyone, like probably your CV looks very similar as well. So in your interviews you just have to try to insert more of your personality, more of your like your, I don't know, your quirks, your like what you can bring to the table, because everyone have a similar skill set. I feel like for especially in my industry, so you have to kind of be more of yourself. And I don't know, work wise, I feel like it's very fast paced. It's very but I feel like it's very familial. It's very team, like we work as a team very well. So for example, the other day, like I was having a difficult time like doing something because I'm not familiar with it yet, and literally one of my colleagues went out of his way to help me. Like he's very busy, but he went out of his way to help me, because by helping me it would kind of help him also, because our works are interconnected. So like we just all work in a team. And I think the most noticeable difference is also like the work-life balance as well. I'm sure you all agree, like compared to maybe countries in Asia, for example, we're more prioritized on, we have like a life at work and a life outside of work. So at work, when you clock out, like you don't think about work anymore. Like even if you're not done with your task for that day, you think about it tomorrow when you clock in. And like the managers understand that, your bosses understand that, your colleagues understand that. So like it's a mutual understanding that when you clock out of work, you clock out and you get to live your life, and that like they encourage that. So I think that's the most noticeable difference. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
What do you think, Sandra? What's your experience like?
I feel like, cause I worked in Indo, but when I work in Indo is mostly in education, or I also have experience in HR. And
Yeah.
then when I came here, I did work casually as a educator. So it's like education again in a sense. But also I worked in a coffee shop, and I also now obviously have my full-time work in insurance. To be honest though, I also did an internship actually in digital marketing. But to be honest, all of my jobs in Indo or even here, I got all of it through connections, except my current role and also the internship that I did in digital marketing. Because I just like usually know people, and people trust me enough to put me in that role.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the thing I want to touch on as well, is that it's not wrong to have connections. It's not wrong to know someone from the inside.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, that's just going to give you an upper hand.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
feel bad if you don't acknowledge your privilege and you don't utilize it. You know,
Yeah.
don't feel bad to be privileged. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge your privilege. But obviously, once you get a step ahead, once you're able to like actually get the role, show
Yeah.
people that you're hired for a reason, and
Yes.
you're not hired just because you know someone from the inside.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's my 2 cents. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents on it. And
Yeah.
as for the work experience, I would say that obviously because I worked in Indo in education, and I work here in education as well, like for some time,
Oh yeah.
I would say it's interesting because I feel like in Indo, it's like the parents treat their kids like they're porcelain, like they can't be
yeah.
injured, they're fragile, and
Yeah.
it's like, but like at the same time, the kids are expected to just like obey the teacher, never ask questions. That's like question, like never question the teacher.
Yeah.
Or you know, just stay in your lane, don't be naughty. But I
Yeah.
feel like here it's more like parents are more understanding that kids will get scratches, they would get mosey
Oh,
bites.
yeah.
It's like if they can get scratches and mosey bites when they're with their parents, why would they expect us to make sure that they're all, you know, nice and clean? Like
Yeah.
this doesn't make sense. But and at the same time, we're more aware of allergies, we are more aware of things medically that some kids are not going to be okay with. For example, in our medical aid kit, we literally have jelly beans for kids with diabetes.
Ooh.
I feel like those things are not really
Touched on.
touched
Yeah.
on in Indonesian schools.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in here, like we have EpiPen, we have
Yeah.
you know, like no peanut zone and stuff like that to ensure that the kids are safe. And like for example, we make sure that the food that we serve don't have gluten, or if it has gluten, we make sure that the kids who are allergic to gluten to not eat it.
Yeah.
So it's just like those things that we communicate. And at the same time, kids are encouraged to ask questions. Kids are encouraged to be curious. Kids are
Yeah.
encouraged to be like, you know, respect your educators, respect your teachers, but at the same time, you can be friendly with them.
Yeah.
So I think that's just like the difference. Meanwhile, for corporate, I guess I worked in HR back in Indo, and I now work corporate as well. I guess the difference is like in Indo is you can really feel seniority, and
Oh yeah.
and you can really feel like, oh, who's my senior, who's my team leader, who's my manager, and it's like you have to address them as a senior as well. Like for
Yeah.
example, in Indo we say like Pak, Bu, or like Kak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I feel like here, I literally call my director by his name. Like
Yes. Yeah.
there's not really like, yes, obviously people acknowledge you know, your role in the company, but it's more like oh, if you're a team leader, that means you're more knowledgeable than me. You have more to bring to the company than I am, and I can ask questions to you. I think it's more like that
Yeah.
rather than, oh, you're my team leader. I have to respect you in a way that I can't question your actions, or
Oh yes, yes.
or I can't, be honest with you if I'm struggling, for example.
Oh
So
yeah.
I feel like that's the difference, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, I can agree with that as well, and especially you can see it more clearly when you're working with directly with like client facing or like customer facing.
Yeah.
Because like in different countries, definitely there's different cultures, different like there's different approach that you have to do to connect with the customers. Like for example, yes, both everywhere in the world we know that when you do services for other people, customer is always king. But specifically, for example, in Asia, how you treat the customers are way different than how you treat people outside of Asia. For example, like in Asia, you just have to be polite, you just have to be respectful, and like usually they want everything to be fast. For example, like because I did mostly in front office department as well in hotels. Like they just want us to do quickly like check-ins and everything, while like outside people they would be more happy if you have small talks. Like for example, when they come, you ask like, oh, how's your day, how's your flight, how did you get here, like what did you do earlier today, like what's your plan, and stuff like that, like they appreciate it more. And like that makes them happy, while like in Asia you just have to give like a quick service and stuff, because they always have something to do next. So
I understand.
Yeah, so you just gotta be straightforward, like with what you want, and you treat them like they're kings, basically. Like you get them whatever they want, and you just basically serve them. Whereas like here, you can treat them as your friends. You can ask them how they are. You can ask them how's their day been so far, and like they would appreciate it more, and they would probably give you more tips as well in the end.
Also, I noticed this thing, correct me if I'm wrong, and please don't come at me, this is my observation, purely my observation, but I feel like in Indonesia, I can't say all Asian countries, but what I can observe is that in Indonesia, I feel like not everyone has an experience as being a service worker. So I feel like sometimes it's hard for customers to put their shoes as a service worker and be more
so
patient
true.
and understanding to them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Like they
I
kind
feel
of
like,
take it for granted,
Yeah, meanwhile, I feel like here, especially in Australia, a lot of people has gone through, being a retail associate, or, work in a coffee shop, or be a waitress at some stage of their life. For example, when they were in high school, or when they were in uni or in college. So I feel like they are more patient and more understanding when you make mistakes, or when you take a little bit more time. And I feel like, for example, like when I work in a coffee shop, and when I'm training a new person, or even when I was training, they're more understanding of like, oh yeah, this person is currently being trained and it's gonna take a little while, but that's okay. Like it's just a process, and they would appreciate it more. That we're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm still training, and like they'll be like, no, that's okay, take your time. But like if they're in a rush, they would like communicate it to me, and I'm like, oh, it's okay, I'll take care of this one because this person is in a rush, but then you can take care of the other order, for example. But they would say it very nicely. And I feel like, touching on like kings as well, I feel like with treating customers here, because like I also do a little bit of customer service as well, because like I would talk to clients and other stakeholders in my current role. It's like they would appreciate it more when you treat them like friends. And because you treat them like friends, you're actually able to make a meaningful connection and network with them, which in my coffee shop job as well. So where my coffee shop was located is that it's near the Queensland Police Headquarters and also the fire station. So most of the people that came to our coffee shop, they were like working in the government, and they would literally tell me about job openings. And even one lady helped me in like reviewing my CV, my cover letter, because she was literally one of the people in
Wow.
Queensland Health that's like involved in recruitments. Which
Yeah.
unfortunately I'm unable to apply for government jobs. Turns out because I'm on a visa. But I'm just saying like I'm just wanting to say like no job is too small, no work is
Yes.
too small
Yeah.
when you are able to utilize what you're doing, and
Like, you never
you
know.
can get you never know exactly like you never know because literally my friend got her job from her Uber driver.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because. So it turns out this Uber driver is only doing Uber driving on weekends because
Oh,
he's
right.
bored.
Yeah.
And there's this one time my friend got into his Uber and she was just talking about, oh yeah, the job market is so hard, like it's so hard to find a job. And he's like, look, here's my card, just apply for that for my workplace. And she got the
Yeah.
job.
Oh, that's
So
that's really great.
exactly, you never know who you meet.
Yeah,
When
you just
you're
always
eating,
have to be
when-
nice to everyone. Like
Exactly.
show that you care about people, you care about everyone, and who knows? Like, it
You never
might
know.
go back to you. Like, you obviously don't expect something in return, but
Yeah.
yeah, you might get something in return. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
like
make
just don't
meaningful
be
connections,
afraid.
guys.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to talk to new people and connect with new people, because anyway you'll
Yeah.
need it, especially in these days, this day and age, because like
Yeah.
it's harder to find a job by yourself, so it's better to have connections. And I mean, people shouldn't think that like getting a job through connection is like a very privileged thing, because at the same time, yes, it's a privilege, you get the job, but if you think it in another way, like it adds more pressure, because then when you get the job, you kind of have to prove that you can do good, because that person vouched for you to go
True.
get inside the company, so
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
getting in by yourself or getting in through connections, there's different pros and cons, but then
Yep.
it's good that if you have connections, like it's better if you have connections, if anything.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. That's really good insight.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you think we're kind of talking about? I feel like we're kind of talking about mostly cons in working in Indo and pros in working abroad. So maybe we
Yeah.
can like swap it a bit. So maybe let's talk about the pros of working in Indo and the cons of working in another country.
Yeah.
I feel like, if you like a not laid back, but like not very data driven workplace.
Yeah.
It's not that I said that all Indonesian offices are like that. Obviously, especially offices that's like coming from another countries would have sort of similar metrics and KPIs, but I just feel like in general people are more laid back in Indo, but at the same time when you have to do overtime and stuff like that. So it's just like if that just feels like more right up your alley,
Yeah.
then Indo is the place for you.
Yeah.
But if you feel like you would like more of a work-life balance and you're the type of person that can like, you know what, I haven't finished this, but this can be for tomorrow. Because
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, it was a struggle for me at first. Because I'm actually
Yeah.
the type of person that's like, if I know I haven't completed something, I need to make sure it's completed before I can
Yeah.
clock off. So in that sense, I guess working in Indo works better for me because
Yes.
I want to make sure everything's done properly, everything's done, and then I close the day. But if you're able to be like, you know what, it's actually 5 p.m. Yes, I'm in the middle of doing something, but I can just make a note and then I'll continue it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then working abroad would be good for you.
Yeah, and maybe also like I think one of the most noticeable difference that I see is working in Indonesia, you get to actually be friends with the people that you work with. You kind of
Yep.
like have lunch with
Yeah.
them. You can like go out and have lunch with them. You check in on them like every weekend. You're actually friends with your coworkers, whereas here obviously you're friends with them, like I mean you're friendly with them, but you don't really
Yeah.
check up with them outside of work. You don't really hang out with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You don't even follow their social media most of the time.
exactly,
Yeah.
like in rare instances you do, but like
Yeah.
I think 90% of the people, like obviously we're friendly, but you're not really friends with them. So for some people it might feel a bit lonelier as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, compared to like working in Indonesia, like you can like make a lot of friends at work. It can feel lighter for you as well, because you have
Yeah.
like those friends that you can rely on at work.
I agree.
And I think another pros would be working in Indonesia or like in Asia, especially for us. Like, it's easier to get a sense of the staff or like the team, because culturally wise, it's more like we're more familiar with it, so we know how to approach people
Yeah.
from, for example, people from Indonesia, people from anywhere in Asia. Like, we know how to approach them. And but like outside, for example, in Europe or like in US or anywhere abroad, for people, like when I first started working in Switzerland, like it was I needed a bit of an adjustment, because like then working in a service industry, then you have to understand their culture. Like, you have to understand
Yeah.
how to approach them. Like, you have to know the traditional culture as well for them to appreciate you, you know. So maybe the cons working abroad is it's a bit, you need a bit more effort to adapt. While when we work in Asia,
True.
like, you know the culture and everything, it's easier for you to adapt. So yeah.
Yeah.
But also talking
100%.
about like, because you mentioned seniority like before, I can say like in Indonesia specifically, like from my own experience and hearing from other people as well, from friends and families, these days I think most companies start to change, I would say. Like, I think they start to understand like it's not good to have seniority like too much, because then it's harder for them to actually connect between the managers and like their underlings and everything. So yeah, I feel like the recent internship that I did, I was actually surprised that they actually have the same culture as when I was working in Singapore. Like, even my managers and everyone, they want me to call them by their names. They don't want me to call them by like Pak, Bu, Kak. They want me to just be natural, just call them by their names and be friendly. And like, if I have any idea or anything, even though I'm an intern, they told me to like, don't be afraid, just tell us your idea. The reason why we wanted you to join us as an intern, because we needed new ideas. I feel like now they start to be more open-minded, like in bigger companies, and also maybe some smaller companies as well. So yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. That's really good to hear. Because I'm just gonna be honest, the last time I worked like corporate in Jakarta was like 2020. So it's been a while. So yeah, it's really good to hear that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now we are moving on our next segment, which is expectation versus reality. We're gonna talk about adjusting to work life from when we're from uni. So I'm just wanting to talk about when you transition from uni to finally working or doing internship. Do you think it's gonna be hard? Do you think is it going as how you thought it would be, as you expected it to be?
So, the expectation that I had when I first starting working my internship is that maybe I could have more like I can get a sense of like working in different parts of the company. Like, I can help with everything, because when I did my internship, I was an assistant, so I feel like I would be able to get the opportunity to go into different parts of the department and learn like lots of different things. But obviously, like being an assistant, I kind of have that expectation that I'm gonna help people do like tasks that are like tedious or that they don't really want to do. So I already have that
Yeah.
expectation firsthand. Like when I got into my job, like on the first few months, like I already expected that. And to be honest, like that actually happened. But mainly I feel like because I try my best to like get on top of things, like be um like above, like like get on top of like doing my task and stuff, even though like it's hard, it's tedious. I try to finish it quickly. And um so I got like more opportunity to learn more about other things as well. Like I get the opportunity to go around like to my colleagues and ask, oh, what are you doing, can I help you, can I um try to do this for you. And then like at the end they ended up giving more and more responsibilities. And I feel like as an intern you don't really get those responsibilities. But I was so appreciative of my company back then that they were able to trust me with like these kind of big things. And
Yeah.
to be honest, like because I'm going back to the job that I did for my internship, so I already have like an expectation of like what I'm gonna do, what like my tasks are, and like what the people are like as well. And like when I came back, it's exactly that. Like even though the company has changed a little bit since then, like I feel like it's still the same company that I know. And so the expectation matches like what my reality was like in my current
Nice.
job that
Okay.
I'm working in.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
good. That's really
I
good
agree,
if
I
it
agree.
matches.
Yeah, I agree
What about
with
you?
like the fact that we have basically like we have to be more proactive when we do work.
Yeah.
So for me, yeah, it's the same. Like expectation wise, obviously my expectation was completely as what they write in the job description. That's what I wanted and everything. But then sometimes in reality, like what I've experienced before, sometimes it might be a bit different than what they wrote in the
Yeah.
job descriptions. But then from my experience, it is our own, like basically it's our own decision if we want to work more or less, you know. If you want to get
Yeah.
more experience, then yeah, you have to be more proactive. You need
Yeah.
when you're done with a job, like for example, because I feel like usually people, like when they give interns a job to do, a task to do, they gave it a very in a longer period of time, when sometimes if you actually work effectively and productively, you could finish it like way faster. So like from my experience, I learned to actually finish it as fast as I can, and of course make sure that it's a good job that I did. And
Yeah.
yeah, just to impress them, like, oh yeah, I finished this earlier than the deadline, what else can I do, you know? So it's like kind of
Yeah,
showing
yeah.
them like, oh yeah, okay, this person, she really like, she's ambitious, she wanted to learn new stuff from different department, let's say, or like yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
really want to get to know about the company and stuff. So yeah, that's what I learned. But then maybe one I could say it's not a disadvantage, it's a bit of a con, but like from experience, sometimes I don't know if you guys feel the same as well, but sometimes some of my internships, they wrote down the job description, and usually that's what you expected, right? But then when you
Yeah.
actually do the work, like you realize those job description that they wrote, they're just basically, it's basically a simple job, but then they wrote it in a very, they use big words and they wrote
Intricate
it in
way.
a very
Yeah.
yeah, very like, I don't know, they just use like hard words, big words and everything, make it sound like it's a very important job that you're doing.
Yeah.
But then when, in reality, when you actually do it, it's actually like, it's a simple task, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes
You know,
you just have to be more
for example,
proactive.
it's like, oh, you're going to have to conduct a market research, and it's like Googling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically that, but then they just explain it in a complicated way, you know, to make it
Yeah.
sound like it's very important. So yeah, that's also a pro tip. You have to understand the job description really well
Yeah.
before you accept the job.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I think what I want to add is the fact that, you know, in uni, obviously it's different from work, because in uni it's like yes, you have to learn yourself. Yes, your lecturer, your professor is not gonna like spoon feed you every single knowledge, every single
Yeah.
lesson, but it's like structured. Like this week you're gonna learn about this, next week you're gonna learn about this, and it's like in 4 years then you're gonna have your degree. But at work, it's more like, you know, there's not really like, yes, there's training, but at the same time, it's like it can take one person a year to progress to their next role. It can also take 2 years for another person to progress to the
Yes,
exact
yes.
same role.
Yeah.
So it really depends on, like you said, like, are you being proactive? Or even sometimes there are some people who just want to be in that role, and that's also okay. Like, they
Yeah.
feel comfortable there. They just want to harness their capabilities in that one particular role, which is going to make them really good at that role, and they choose not to progress. That's also fine.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, not everyone wants to be a leader. Not everyone wants to be calling the shots. Not everyone wants to be a manager. So that's
Yeah.
completely fine. So I feel like with work, you're more like doing everything on your own pace and on
Pace,
your
yes.
own
Yes.
like personal goals.
Yes.
And that's why, because you're working towards your personal goals, it's really important during this job search that you make sure that the company that you applied for are actually companies that aligns with your values. And when I say
Yeah.
values, it's more like moral values.
Yes.
And you also need to make sure that the vision and mission of that company really aligns with you, so that there's no dissonance between
Yes.
what you're expecting to do and what you're actually doing, and you're like,
Yeah.
whoa, I didn't think that this is gonna be feeling so uncomfortable for me to do. Like, for
Yes.
example, right? You are a vegan and you work in a meat factory. Like, that's gonna torture you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like, yes, you're probably desperate and you want to find a job straight out of uni,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you have to think that, yes, I think I discussed this with Vito previously. It's like, yes, your job is not your life, but
Yeah.
your job is going to be a big chunk
Part,
of your
yes.
life,
Yeah.
especially your adult life. So it's just really important, because, like, yes, uni is 4 years. You don't like it, I guess you can either do another major or you can work at something else
Yeah.
that's like completely different, and that's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But work is like, yes, you can always quit, but at the end of the day, you have to be strategic on, like, okay, I have this experience. Is this
Yes.
experience gonna benefit me to progress with my career?
Yes.
If I want to look for other jobs, like, is this gonna progress me into a more senior role? Or again, if you want to stay the same, then that's fine too. But yeah, I
Yeah.
just think that you have to be more strategic when it comes to work and choosing what you want to do.
Yeah, I
So,
guess
yeah.
it's also because, like, in uni, the path is like fixed. So everyone, no matter what degree, whatever, we all go through the same path to basically graduate. But then
Yeah.
for work, each of us, we build
We
our
have
own
their
path.
our own ways.
Like,
Yeah.
and we have our own goals. We have our own achievement that we want to achieve. So it's gonna be different from everyone. Even though, let's
Yeah.
say we're the same, working in the same department, same position and everything, it's still different for each
Yeah,
person.
exactly. 100%. And that's why, like, I'm 25, but some of my colleagues is in their 50s or their 40s or their 30s, and that's fine, because not everyone wants to reach for the stars, or even sometimes some people already reached up there and
Yeah.
they think they like it more in the role that we're in. So
Yes. Yeah.
it really depends. It's fine, and it's all fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like we talked about how, like, obviously, thankfully, what we are doing kind of in line with what we expected to do. But do you think for some people that that's not the case? And if so, do you think that they would show it, for example, in social media and LinkedIn and all that? Or do you think they would just conceal it and only show the highlighted parts of their careers?
Yeah, I think we mentioned last week that like LinkedIn sometimes might feel a little bit too much because like people are constantly posting their achievements, but we noted that like LinkedIn is just people posting their highlights.
Yeah.
And I think I just related to myself personally. Like, obviously, when I did a job hunt, it's not that easy. Like, I've had a lot of rejections, a lot of like ignored emails, and like I don't necessarily post that on LinkedIn. I know some people do, but I don't. I post my achievements. I post like my wins basically. So I know
Yeah.
that because I do that, I think other people do that too. So I just keep in mind like whenever I'm scrolling through LinkedIn, like seeing people's achievements, I congratulate them, but I don't really take them like personally because I know that they've been through so much as well and they deserve it, and but they
Yeah.
just don't share like that side of their story pretty much.
The
So
dark side of the moon.
yeah,
Yeah.
they tell that like to their friends, they tell that like in their like close friend story, but they don't really mention that like in LinkedIn. So
Yeah.
What about you, Aurel?
For me, yeah, we mentioned it a little bit on the last episode, and I agree with what Vito said as well. And you know what? After our last discussions on the last
Yeah.
episode, it made me realize, like, okay, now I'm gonna see it in a different approach. Like, yes, like before when every time we see people, like those notifications where people get a new job, get a new hire and stuff, and they wrote down their achievements on LinkedIn, usually we have anxieties and stuff. But then I think I started to change my idea. Like every time I saw those, I kind of took it as an opportunity to get to know the person. Like for example, if I saw a notification that someone got a job in a company that I'm interested in, then I took it as an opportunity to like maybe connect with them again, like reconnect and like ask them, oh, how was your experience getting the job? Like maybe ask for some tips and tricks, you know.
Yep.
Now I start to change the perspective, and maybe also rather than, you know, it gets boring sometimes. Yeah, I know it gets like annoying when you look at notifications of people constantly getting new jobs while you are still on the job hunt. So maybe you can kind of change your algorithm in LinkedIn as well. If you really don't want to see much of that, then follow some other people who are like, for example, life coaches or like people who are in a recruitment agency and stuff, because sometimes they give out some tips and tricks from their own experience recruiting
Yeah.
other people. So like instead of us looking at the POV of people who are looking for work, maybe sometimes we can look at the other POV of people who are recruiting the people
Yeah.
who work, because sometimes they give out tips and tricks like, oh, okay, I've just gone through 100 CVs and they gave out tips like, okay, this works, this doesn't work, like what catches their eyes and stuff like that, and you can apply it when you like apply for jobs in the
Yeah.
future. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. That's a really good insight, and I genuinely think that that's a very positive way to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
How about you?
I
What do
don't know.
you
I
think? Chi?
personally don't use LinkedIn that much. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. But strangely enough, I got both my job and my internship through LinkedIn. So
Yeah.
I guess it worked out for the best. But if you see my LinkedIn, I don't really post much. I
Yeah.
literally just post, you know, like when you change your like your role, and then
Yeah.
LinkedIn will be like, do you want to like post about it? And I'm just like, yes. So literally, if you look at my LinkedIn, that's all it's about. But I'm just wanting to say, like, I guess my 2 cents would be, you know, you don't have to feel the pressure of posting in LinkedIn. You don't
Yeah.
have to feel like, oh, if I don't post to LinkedIn, people are not gonna see my achievements, or people are not gonna know what I've been doing at work.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to do that, because if you like to do it more traditionally, like I do, and network, you know, like face to face and traditionally, that's also fine if that works for you. But if you like to connect with people via online and through LinkedIn, that's also great. Like,
Yes.
but just don't pressure yourself to think that you always have to share your achievements and always be on in LinkedIn. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my 2 cents for it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now we are moving on to the next segment. What did we learn today? For me, I guess I want to stress more, because especially from my own experience juga ya. I think I just want to stress on the fact that networking is really important, but you don't have to force yourself to connect with people that you genuinely can't connect with. Because at the end of the day, genuine connection is what matters. Genuine
Yes.
networking is what matters. And when people can see the real you, that's good. And
Yeah.
also, when you're applying for a job where you don't have prior experience with it, for example, like I'm applying for an insurance company, I don't have any experience in that. It's really important for you to showcase, even the stuff that you did in uni that would showcase how you deal with stakeholders, for example, or how
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
actually manage some campaigns for real companies. So it's really not just about, don't feel discouraged. For example, like I had an experience in education and being a barista and being a customer service in a coffee shop, and I am able
Yeah.
to get an insurance job. Like, don't feel discouraged just because you haven't had anything to do with the job that you're currently pursuing, that you won't get it, because it's all about how you communicated your skills to your future employer that matters. So I think that is my 2 cents.
Yeah, I
What
totally
about you
agree with
guys?
that. For me, what I learned from like today's discussion is that like wherever you are in the world, whatever job you're doing, whatever company you're applying for, just trust your gut, trust your instincts. Like, what do you think is good for you yourself? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you can see a lot of people working abroad. You can see a lot of people working, like if you're an Indonesian, for example, you can see a lot of people getting jobs like in like these different companies in different countries. But you might not know if it's for you or not. So like don't really compare yourself to other people. Just make sure that you're striving towards something that you feel like it's the most you, so you get to enjoy that work, that job for yourself, because like as we've mentioned before, like job is a huge part of your life, so you have
Yeah.
to enjoy it, like, and align with like companies that suits your values, suits your like same visions, and could help you strive towards your personal goal as well. And pretty much just always trust your gut. Like sometimes also you feel like, oh, I'm comfortable doing this, and this. However, maybe you have an inkling that I think if I pivot doing something else, I might be able to grow more, I might be able to learn more, and I might be
Yeah.
able to get to my goal faster. Then just trust your gut. Like don't like put yourself in a box. Just see the opportunities that you have and then seize it, pretty much. Yeah, like bottom line is just to trust yourself. Like you know yourself, you're the best. And yeah, and you can strive towards your own personal goal if you really listen to yourself.
That is
Yeah.
true. I think I just want to add a little bit more on that.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like sometimes something might feel right for your gut, but you don't think you should do it because it's like you said, like something out of the box, or like something you're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
But I just genuinely feel like, for example, you've been living with your parents your whole life, and there's this
Oh, yeah.
opportunity where you are able to move either overseas or move to another city, but it's like it feels right on my gut, but I'm scared. If you only feel scared, my suggestion, do it. You never know
Yeah.
what you can gain from that. You never know what you're gonna learn from that and how
That's
much
true.
you're gonna grow from that experience. So if it feels right but you're just scared, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like especially when you're in your 20s, do it. There's no better time to do it but when you're in your 20s. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so right.
So yeah.
Yes. For me, I guess you guys kind of sum up everything, but like maybe just to add a little bit more, for me, what I learned is that when you first started looking for jobs and stuff, try to be as ambitious as you can, but then it's always good to maybe sometimes take a break and like realign with what your actual goals are.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like yes, as what we mentioned earlier, in the work in our life stages now, when we're looking for work and when we're working, like it's not a fixed path, so we can still move left, move right, we can go anywhere we want and no one's gonna judge you or anything. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, you just wanted to reach your goal, so maybe sometimes it's good to take a break and realign with your goals again, remember what your goals are and try to get there,
Yeah. Because sometimes
Yeah.
you morph a lot into like the company you're applying for. Like you morph into like these characters, these these personalities that the companies want, but and then you might get lost in that, like in all your applications. So just remember to like know who you are, remember who you are, and be
Yeah.
present.
Yeah, remember what you want,
Yeah.
what
Yes.
you want to do. So yeah.
True. Maybe meditate before entry interviews. I don't know.
Yes, that's what I was thinking as well. Yeah.
You know, right? It's gonna help.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you so much for that recap. So we're moving on to our fourth and final segment, which is the Thrive Weekly Challenge. So I still haven't prepared any wheel, guys, but let's just do what we did last week. Let's do what we did last week, because to be honest, I was like about to prepare like cards, but I'm so sorry, I was very busy. I didn't have the time for that. But let's just do what we did last week. So let's pick a number, and that number is gonna be our number one, and then we're gonna pick another number for our challenge.
Okay.
How does that sound? Okay.
Yes.
What are we thinking? What number are we thinking?
5.
Yeah, I'm feeling number 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's time to choose the numbers.
Okay,
Aurel?
you go ahead.
Me? Number 8.
Ooh.
Okay.
Lucky
What about you,
number
Fit?
8.
1.
1. I'll choose 2 because it's episode 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 1 would be text one person you have not been connecting with each day. So you would have to text 7 different person at the end
Oh
of
my god.
Wait.
That'll be a challenge.
That's definitely a challenge, yeah. Because I
think
barely even
especially-
text my best friends.
You know, it's getting
Dude,
harder
you
when you
took
look abroad,
ages
right?
to reply to my text. So
You know what? I read
Yeah.
the notifications, I absorb it, I know it, but I don't reply.
I'm not-
You answer it in your
I'm
mind,
not even
right?
kidding.
You answer
Yeah.
it in your
yeah,
mind.
I'm not even kidding you guys. There are times when Vito would literally reply to my text like weeks after I sent that text, and
Yeah.
he would be like, "I thought I already replied it. Maybe I did it in my mind. How am I gonna know?"
No, I definitely did it in my mind. Like in my mind, I was like, "Oh, thank you very much,"
But you
but I haven't actually
I'm like,
typed it. So yeah, that's
How does
definitely
that
a good
work?
challenge for me.
Yeah.
I think especially I guess because like we're abroad, it's really good to like reconnect with our friends back home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our families, back home.
Yeah.
Friends and families.
Yeah, so that would be really good. Okay, now number 2 for me is do 15 minutes of yoga or stretching each day. I think my
Oh.
challenges have been about mindfulness.
Yeah.
I really
You just
the
switch.
universe knows I really need it.
It's a sign, yeah.
You
You have
just-
to be present in
you
the
just
moment.
switch between meditation and now you have to do yoga. It's okay. You can
Yeah.
do it.
I'm like, sure. Okay. 6, 7, 8. You have to eat at least 1 meal with veggies and
Oh my
also
God.
1 fruit each day.
Oh my god. Okay, it's a bit challenging, but
Come on,
okay.
it's not that hard. You just need to put a little spinach
Yeah, it's not
on your
Yeah.
meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good reminder for me to have vegetables and fruits every day. So yeah.
Yeah. You know, keep that bowel moving, girl.
Yeah.
Okay. How are we feeling about the challenges? Do we feel
Yeah.
challenged this week?
I
Everyone
feel
feels
challenged,
I feel
definitely.
very challenged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie though, I don't really feel that challenged. But
Okay, girl.
I guess no, but like I guess like theoretically it's not really a challenge for me. But like having to set aside that time to do yoga is gonna be challenging, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Like the intention, like setting the intention to do it and setting
Yeah.
the time of the day to do it, that's gonna be challenging.
A challenge,
But
yeah, definitely.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna
Who
be
knows?
good.
It can be your routine, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, actually, you guys, as you guys know, I have been doing overtime at work, and I usually start like before work, and also like I would do it after work as well. But my overtime is gonna come to an end by the end of this month, so I'm actually planning to go to the gym every morning before I go to work.
Nice.
That's also my
Nice.
vision board.
Nice.
Yes, nice. That's a good goal.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna be doing after next week, though.
Nice, nice.
I'm still gonna be hustling next week, but yeah. I'll keep you guys updated 2 episodes from now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you so much for watching and for listening. If you're watching
Thank you.
this episode on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and also we would appreciate your comments on, you know, everything that we've been talking about, if you can relate to it, or if you have anything that you feel that you're opposed to it, or even we would appreciate if you want us to talk about, you know, a new topic on the next episode. And if you are listening through any podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, or Amazon Podcast, please make sure you give 5 stars rating. Hopefully that's what you feel about our podcast. And don't forget to download it. And yeah, I hope you really, really enjoy our podcast. And see you next week. Bye.
Bye.